this next section, we're going to go in and see how a consultant will work with the technical proposal and submit that technical proposal to PennDOT. In order to access the technical proposal, we're going to go into our agreement information screen. I'm going to go up to Engineering Agreements in the menu bar and select Agreements. This will take me to the search portal. If I know the agreement that I want to go to, I'm going to enter that agreement number in the quick jump field and hit my Enter key on the keyboard. From the agreement information screen is where I will see the Create button, or here in this case, my technical proposal has already been created. It's in draft status. To the right of that is the due date of my technical proposal. I also see I have my price proposal created here, and the due date is there as well. So I'm going to click on the draft hyperlink, or I would click the Create button if it was my first time accessing the technical proposal. From here, if I wanted to view the scope of work, I can click the Go button in the toolbar and click the Scope of Work report. That would take me to the Scope of Work report where I could view the scope of work for this agreement. Here I'm at the Technical Proposal Summary screen. The first field that jumps out at me here is the Executive Summary field. And this is a new feature in ECMS 2. For a technical proposal, PennDOT can specify that an executive summary is required, and the consultant will have to submit an executive summary by attaching. So here I see the flag for a required field. Here there is a Browse button where I can go in and search for that particular file, that executive summary. Here I'm going to come down to the proposal details. And here I see a list of all of my parts. I'm going to click on the part hyperlink. When I click on the part hyperlink, that will take me to the technical proposal details screen. Here, again, the first field that jumps out to me has a flag, and it's telling me it's a required field. That is the completion period in months. On some of the technical proposals that the consultants will create, they'll actually see a date field, and that will be for any parts that are being supplemented that already had their notice to proceed issued, or for a work order, they'll actually see a completion date instead of a period in months now. Coming down, I've got my tasks in the technical proposal. As the consultant, I'm viewing the tasks from the scope of work. And here I've got an approach icon. Once I click that approach icon, that will take me to the details of this scope of work task and along with the approach field. Here I've got the objective, the scope, department details. This is right from the scope of work from PennDOT. And then I've got the approach field here. So here, if I click in the approach field, I actually have one line of text here. We kept it kind of short and brief. But if I hit my Enter key, it will expand that field, and I can add additional text here as required. Once I'm done entering in my approach, I would click Save or Save and Exit. Here I'm actually not adding any additional information, so I'm going to click the Back button. That'll take me back to the technical proposal detail. Here I also have scope of work attachments, if PennDOT had included any attachments. And as a consultant, I can also add technical proposal attachments by clicking the Edit button in the technical proposal attachments heading. Here on the technical proposal, I can also add subs in the hierarchy heading. This is a little easier than it used to be for consultants. They'll now actually select a sub from a selection list. So here, if I click the New button, it'll take me to a screen where I can actually go in and select, first of all, the supervising firm and then the selected sub. Here there's a magnifying glass. I can go in and select that from a list, select the supervising firm from a list. Here I actually can only select the firm I'm logged in as, which is Alpha. So I would click the plus button to select that firm, and then clicking on the magnifying glass for the selected firm. I can also go in and select a sub. I'll select Beta. And here I'm going to click Save and Exit. I can also click Save and New if I wanted to add any additional subs. But here I'm going to click Save and Exit. So I would select the supervising firm, and you may have a sub to a sub. For example, Beta may have a sub, so you may have Beta as the supervising firm and then another firm under that as the selected firm. So I'm returned back to my technical proposal detail. And here I want to go back to the summary. In the technical proposal heading or header, in the technical proposal header, I've got a hyperlink back to the technical proposal summary. I always find those hyperlinks in the header sections really convenient to kind of go back to the start of whatever I'm working on. That hyperlink took me back to the technical proposal summary. Here at this point, as the consultant, once I'm ready to submit, I'll go up to the toolbar. So normally I would be able to select Workflow and Submit. I'm not actually ready to submit this at this point, but that's how I would submit it as a consultant.